Hey, what's up everybody? So just a follow-up to my last video that I did on the Mikkel Willumsen Urban Tactical CWC. I did want to give you a comparison as far as size goes to other knives, and also kind of a look at the Browse Blades Reloader, which was a collab he did with Jason Browse and Mikkel Willumsen, as far as how it compares to his full custom too. This is also a Microtech DOC I'm going to show as far as in comparison to tactical knives, but we'll get that out of the way for now. So first off, a little look just at size. Also, this is a shirt Mikkel sent out free with the knife that he sent me. So that's customer service right there too. Free shirt, really cool little design of his. Didn't ask for it, just put it in the package and sent it with me with the knife. So here you can see when we get these butt-to-butt, the Mikkel is a larger knife, the custom versus the reloader. It is a wider knife too, but you can see where his influence came as far as the design, handles, everything like that on this design of the knives. Now the handles aren't that much shorter. You can see in the hand where that comes, and then you can see in the hand this does come farther out. It is wider too. But more the issue comes with the blade length. These are 3.5-inch blades on the reloader, and this is almost a 4-inch blade on the CWC. Now, something else we talked about was the ball track and the detent hole. And you can see on here how it shows pretty far out on the blade. And you'll see it even more on the blackout one. And like I said, on most of Mikkel's knives, he has that showing. That's just how he designs them. Some people think that it's an issue that you can get more debris or lint or dirt or something in the track or in the detent hole when it's showing than if it was just inside of, let's say, the G10 scale or the carbon fiber scale or titanium scale, whatever it is. Guys, either way, if you flip this out, let's say, used it, dropped it back in your pocket, you're going to push lint and dust and whatever else into this whole area. It's open. It's not like it's sealed off. Now maybe having it out this way, you're going to get more stuff when you're using it too, but even so, if you're doing a lot of hard work with these knives, you're going to get stuff in this area. It's going to build up. Slightly, maybe you'll get more with it being exposed like this, but I don't think it's going to be to the extent that some people worry about it. However, aesthetically, I get it. Some people don't like having that show, especially look at this blackout knife. It's all blacked out, but then I got this silver shimmer in the middle here, you know, because the detent shows. With the satin, it's not a big deal. It blends in a little bit more. You can still see it, but it's just an aesthetic thing. Do you like that look? Me, preferably, I just like it looking better without it being out that far. So, another thing that I really liked about this CWC model is that you don't really see it. You know, if I'm just holding this knife how it is, obviously on the front you wouldn't see it, but he made this so that the top half circle area follows almost exactly the detent track line, and really just the detent ball and maybe only 3/4 of it is actually showing, and that's only when you really get close. Because even at this angle, at that angle you don't see it. Here you just see the ball. You still don't see the track until you're almost looking straight at it, and even then it's just an outline. So that's a really cool thing about this model. If the one thing that maybe held you back from getting a Mikkel was the track showing, which that's just sad. That's the only thing that stops you. I mean, more so would be, I think, other issues, you know, if you just don't like the design or something. But if that's the thing you get hung up on, is that the track shows, here's your model, get this one. The track doesn't really show on it. So that's that whole part of it. And then the other thing, closing these knives so I don't slice myself open on them. Here's the DOC. We'll do this on the other way just to get more views of the knives. So here again, the Mikkel is a little bit larger, a little bit longer blade. I believe this is 3 3/4, and this once again is 4. And we'll even switch them around. But just to give you a look at that too as far as size goes. Once again, this is a very tactical knife, I would say. You know, this is very good for self-defense, combat, because how solid it is. The titanium does lighten it up, but just the way that it's set up with, I'll show you here on the edge. So you can see it is smooth all the way through, but I can just tell you from the feel it's more of those toothy edges made to slice in nice and maybe pull a little bit. And that's what the recurve is for too. You know, when you take it out, it's going to do some damage as well. Super sharp point on here. And then even just the sound that you get from this full titanium to compare it to these other knives. You know, that's CPM 154 on titanium. Sounds really nice, a nice thick beefy titanium. This is aluminum with a titanium subframe lock. It's a nice sound it makes, but a little bit slightly more treble and slightly more snap sound to it, where this one's a little bit more of a thud, I'd say. And then here you go. These are titanium liners with G10 on the outside, and that's just a nice ping. I always said that sounds like just a perfect driver shot on a golf course. So just a little comparison there. And then even looking at a full titanium frame lock that I have here, production model, the Boker Federal, with a pretty thick blade too. Show you these in comparison. This Boker is one of the thickest blades you'll see from a production company. It's 2.2 thick. I believe this is 3/16. Once again, this is nicely centered too. But give you this sound. I'll give you this sound. It's like just, I don't know if it's a higher quality titanium or also this is a different higher end steel, but this just sounds a little bit nicer than this too. Just something to go with for audio. You know, we've talked about aesthetics, we talked about functionality, let's go with audio too. And lastly, I will just show it some cut tests with this just on paper to show that you can slice paper with these giant knives and even with the recurve and everything. Pretty good. And then just a little puncture test. I mean, you can see just a little poke with this puts it right in. So, got your cut test, got your comparisons with other knives. Lastly, I'll just show actual measurements on here. How do I want this? Let me do it this way. So you can see, it's easier this way. So you're right at 9 inches, and then the blade right at 4 inches. So there you go. I'll cut this off here. Once again, just want to reiterate, best customer service, best experience with a custom knife maker. He under-promised and over-delivered. That's pretty much the best you can ask for. He told me 6 weeks or more to get it done. He got it done in less than 5, got it to me within 6 weeks from the shipping from Copenhagen, Denmark to New Jersey, United States. I want to say it was maybe like 8 days of shipping. So maybe just like a day or two over 6 weeks to actually get it delivered, which is fantastic. Did all the accents that I wanted, sent me pictures, communicated exactly the way that he said he wanted communication done. So just excellent. I also want to give a shout out to Tisvi. I'm never going to say your right name. Your name right, man. I know you're French and everything. But Tisvi, he did a video on his Mikkel Willumsen custom and pretty much gave the same compliments that I'm giving. That it's just a fantastic knife and everything. Now, I understand that maybe these might not be your cup of tea. Not Tisvi, but other people, that maybe just the design isn't the thing that gets you or not. But you can definitely see it's a unique piece. It is handmade. You get that feel right away when you're handling it. Flips excellent. You get a lot of knife. You get a lot of titanium here with the titanium slab. You get this nice thick backspacer, and like I pointed out, all the other items were very minimal or minute as far as issues, and more so things that just have to do with getting a knife handmade and something that gives it its character. So Let me know if you have any questions, any comments you guys have, and hopefully I'll get another video up. I'm going to be going to the New York Custom Knife Show. I'm sorry, the East Coast Custom Knife Show this weekend in Jersey City, and I'll catch you guys all later. Bye.